Guys, welcome back to the channel. We here back talking about the American dream. Here with the death of the average American. Why is everyone moving to Europe? As y'all know, we all know, like, the life expectancy rate is at a very, very low rate here in the States. And me personally, the American dream, I don't think it's what people think it is. You know, most Americans think it is. I don't think it is at all. But we finna check this video out, see what it's about. Y'all hit that subscribe button, send down those recommendations.
We can give everyone in this country a fair chance at that great American dream.
That dream of a land in which life should be better and richer and fuller for everyone, with opportunity for each according to ability or achievement.
Unfortunately, the American dream has been shattered, and more Americans are finding solutions to better their life in Europe.
Oh, snap, man, can't afford a home, moving to Europe. And there's a lot of people that can't afford a home.
The cost of living, the inflated housing market, the constantly increasing crime, and of course, the political divisions that happened in the past 2 years are the main factors contributing to the shrinkage and the disappearance of the middle class in the US. But what is the middle class? Well, if we look into the ancient Greece, the definition of it was
People born free, self-employed, independent, outspoken, neither rich nor poor.
the middle class American is the one earning between $30,000 and $100,000 a year. Today, 75% say they're falling behind on cost of living.
Nearly everyone felt the shift in pricing.
Because food and everything getting more expensive. I know that you probably finna talk about it, but everything getting more expensive and everything going up except the pay wages.
Groceries, rent, gas. The price of food has increased by 9.4%.
Dang.
This is the largest 12-month
I said in another video too, like, we were so focused on like gas being expensive because it started hitting like, I guess, all-time highs here in the States. But we didn't realize like gas was getting expensive, but bread, milk, all the like natural, the regular necessities that you need in your house for food, they start getting high, like almost $2 more.
increase since the period ending April 1981.
Grocery prices up 10% in the last year.
My Social Security is what I live on, and sometimes I don't have enough food by the end of the month.
So many people are experiencing unannounced rent increases throughout all United States and are barely making it. A recent report from the real estate brokerage Redfin announced that the rent has gone up on average 15% for 2022.
Dang, this is true. This is very true. And it's crazy because, like, even if you, like, say, even if you want to pay that much, you still have to make like 3 times your income. How you going to make 3 times your income when no pay increases are happening? It's crazy world we live in. It's crazy America we live in. Oh my God. And the crazy thing is, these are renting options. Like, if people would buy a house, of course, a house in there, like, you really wouldn't have to worry about, like, I don't know about the property taxes. Like, I think you can fight a little bit more in property, but these are places like apartments and stuff. When you have to rent, like, they going up tremendously. New York, I don't know if she's gonna show New York, but New York, there's like some people, their rent increased almost $2,000. How does that happen? That's crazy.
Rising inflation and turbulent markets are also terrible news for seniors nearing retirement. But the situation may be much worse for young Americans who are priced out of the home market, unable to generate wealth, and burdened by mountains of student debt.
Yeah,
a lot of
student debt
millennials
for
don't
sure.
own is because we are crushing with student loan debt. Our salaries are not matching these rent and mortgage prices. I don't believe it's necessarily just because millennials don't want to own a home. It's because we literally cannot.
And if you think about it, boomers in their 30s owned 21.3% of the nation's wealth. Today, millennials own barely 4.6% of the nation's wealth. But this, it's not only based on the economic differences, on the economic times we live in. It is based on the concept of how these generations perceive retirement. For boomers and Gen X, the idea for retirement is buying a house and settling down.
Retirement isn't really a switch you flip at a certain age anymore. It is a financial state that allows for the flexibility to make work optional.
For millennials, this idea is shifting more towards travel and different lifestyle choices. And partially, this inclination is dictated by the inflated housing market prices.
Mortgage rates in the United States have risen to their highest level
This is
since
true.
June, 5.55%, adding to the pressure on the home market, where demand has decreased dramatically since its pandemic era.
Wow.
At the current 30-year average, a borrower with a $300,000 mortgage would pay $1,713 a month.
This is true. We pay a good amount for our house, but that's also what's included in that is probably how much you put down as a down payment. But to be honest, sometimes the down payment don't make that too much of a difference, especially when you're dealing with hundreds of thousands of dollars. So you really have to put a good amount down to lower your payment. But it's crazy because it's right. It's a lot. And we got our house for a good price, but they were cheaper. They were definitely cheaper a couple of years ago.
About $430 more than at the end of last year.
And understandably, the more pressure there is on the average American, the more opportunities it creates for violence.
Almost every major city experiencing an influx in violence, with crime rates 39% higher nationwide than before.
Wow.
A major undeniable factor is the increased crime in the past couple years. The pandemic boosted this rate to a 30% increase, which was unseen before. Today, big cities are facing a 5% increase in homicide. Parents are scared to let their children go to school, and more cities are reporting fear of civil unrest. North America recorded the largest deterioration of any region, with the average level of peacefulness in the region falling by 1.8%. The US is experiencing a significant fall of peacefulness, with its overall score deteriorating by 3%. In contrast, Europe was one of the only 3 regions to record an improvement in peacefulness, with an average improvement in overall score of 1%.
I mean, all of Europe pretty much is like top 10 happiest places to live, up there with like, I think Australia and stuff.
Europe remains the most peaceful region in the world, and it's home to 8 of the 10 most peaceful countries.
The EU, which has 118 million more people, and it's more densely populated than the United States, has less violent crime and fewer gun deaths. You know, I live here and maybe I'm a little bit biased, but I can tell you that I'm definitely feeling much safer. The lights, the streets being lit everywhere helps here in Valencia, at least. These stats are disturbing and more than enough to make the average Americans rethink where they want to live. Sure, the economy plays a big role, and buying a house in France or Italy because it's cheaper is one factor. But also, every one of us wants to live safe, quiet, and yet exciting life.
We moved to Portugal to open a restaurant.
To offer our child a better life. To build my happiest life.
Many families moved to Portugal,
video.
Spain, and it seems everyone is picking the southern part of Europe. Before, people were oriented more towards big cities because they're driven by culture. And now, after the pandemic, things shifted a little bit, and beautiful climate and peacefulness, it's pretty much the driving factor for these decisions that everyone makes. And many families move to Portugal, to Spain, to southern France, to Italy. There's so many real estate agencies reporting a big increase in Americans purchasing real estate in Europe. I have personally seen more and more Americans moving to Valencia. I really noticed that. And there is one more thing for me that cannot be really measured or put into any statistics, and this is the social interactions. This for me is very important, and even today I'm still very impressed.
I feel like that is important because like there was even a time where you would look on the news here in the States and like bars and stuff getting shot up and stuff. It's like, for what? Like, you can't even enjoy a good time out with your friends, family, or nothing.
With how genuinely connected people are here and how much they care for one another. And I don't think this is any special trait of the character of people living in Spain or living in Europe in general. I just think that majority of people that live here, their basic needs are met. The mental health is in a good state. And the obsession with work is not their primary drive, but living with family, living a full life with family and friends, surrounded by your favorite people, and participating in all the festivities and holidays and celebration throughout the year for as many days as you can. This social aspect really contributes, and many more average Americans are shifting their focus towards something that you can afford and you can really drink with a full glass of happiness. And we're just in a time where we're restructuring and remeasuring what's important, and if you can do it for less, why not?
That's a fact. Yeah, there's some real stuff. This is definitely some real stuff right here. But I always enjoy believe her name Annette. Yeah, it's true, man. It's true. Everything just getting expensive, pricey, everything increasing, but pay wages. I never understood that. I still don't understand, but it's like, we want to be able to afford things, live happy, but you can't. Because everybody, it seems like, is in debt. Whether you think they aren't, or are or not, they probably are in some type of debt because of something. But y'all let me know what y'all think. Y'all hit that subscribe button. And y'all be blessed, be the best, and be you. I'm out.